Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today on ATS we're going to be going and exploring the Texas because I just bought the DLC. I finally have all the DLCs up until the new ones come out. Missouri, Arkansas, and Nebraska. So I have just bought Texas. There's 30 cities to find. I figured why not just do a short run here and start exploring Texas a little more and getting all the cities. Today we're going from Dalhart to Abilene. Yeah, Dalhart is right up here at the top of Texas. I already started in Amarillo. So we're going to try to pick up Lubbock and go all the way down to Abilene. So we'll have 4 out of 30. And like I said, it's a short trip. It's only 7 hours. There we go. Still can't get over how big that truck is now. Try to get a job that'll not only get me the cities I need, but something unique that I haven't really done in a while. So I gotta double the trailer. I normally don't take the doubles, the tandems, and I have yet to take the triple yet, but the guys that I usually do the convoys with have recently suggested that they're going to be doing the triples in one of the next episodes. So kind of a little intimidated by the fact that you have 3 trailers. Some of the drivers I talk to, they give me pointers on the simulation and that. I mean, granted, it's a game, it's not real life, but still, it's pretty close to it. And they always say that be careful of the 3rd trailer, because that's where everything goes wrong. And I'll put it this way. Those drivers who have been giving me hints and telling me why certain things that I don't understand about the trucks, they haven't been proven wrong yet. So, I'm not exactly looking forward to doing a triple. Then again, with all of our busy schedules right now, I have no idea when that convoy is going to be on, so... Like I posted on my channel, the busy season has begun over at my work. And now normally Sunday and Tuesdays are their busy days. But for some reason this year, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday are our busiest days. Wednesday is slow, Thursday, it's nowhere near the other 3. And I'm off Friday and Saturday, so I had to adjust my schedule a little. So I'm pretty sure you guys noticed that golf hasn't been on for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that's mainly because of the busy season. We don't have time to record after we get home during our 2nd shift. And or we're just that tired and we pass right out. I try to have all the videos done and up and scheduled to come out on the day that they're supposed to, but Golf It is a little different because I need somebody else there to play with. It's just not as fun if I play it by myself. So, and now with 3 other YouTubers that I could record with, all of us are pretty tired. One's sick, and one's currently trying to get another job because he doesn't like the current situation at his place. So, not a good place to stop on an incline with this much cargo. UDS. Nice play, boys. Nice play. I think everybody knows what UDS is. Uh-oh. Popo. That's not good. I didn't do anything. I swear. Well, I might have, but still. Stay there, car. Don't run underneath me. I ain't stopping. But yeah, this truck is huge now. I did take their suggestion at the drivers that I work with. They suggested that I try the 13 speed with retarder. Well, my stupid self forgot to mention that I have a 625 horsepower engine in this truck. Now, if I only had like something like a 500 or 485 or something in it, the 13 speed would be great. If I had 2 axles in the back, the 13 speed would be great. Considering I have a 625 in this truck and 3 axles, the 13 speed was not doing anything for me. In fact, it took a lot away from me. Maneuverability and heavy hauling and normal cargo being the 3 that it took away from me. So because of that, I went back to the 18 speed, and I have no problems with it so far. In fact, when I asked one of them, I'm like, "Are you sure that the 13 speed's good?" Well, and I told him what was in my truck. He's like, "No, switch it over to 18, you're done. You can't, as soon as you have that axle, you shouldn't have mixed it up. If I knew that, I would have told you." I'm like, you didn't ask, but, you know, I get the point. I actually showed him a picture of the truck. He's like, "No, that's one of those big trucks that you do not use a 13 with." That's just too big of a truck. 13 gears would not be enough. Now, if you had he told me straight out, 500 horsepower and only 2 axles, the 13 speed is all you need. So on my Peterbilt, which is exactly what I have in there, he said the 13 speed will be enough. So I'll have to change it over in my Peterbilt, but my Kenworth is just too big right now. And I have no intention of making it any smaller. Anyway, he was also not too happy or impressed that I made my tires wide tires instead of having 8 tires in the back. I only have 4. And he wanted to know why. I said, quite frankly, it's personal preference. I wanted the wide tires in the back. He goes, you do understand that if one of those tires blows, you won't be able to, you're going to be stuck. If the other tire, if you had the 8 tires and you lost a tire, you could actually get to safety and with the cargo. I'm like, yeah, I understand that part. He goes, do you really? You would rather chance having the cargo late? And I'm like, I started looking at him and thinking about it, and I'm like, alright, one, I get it, but at the same time, no. Because what do you mean, at the same time, no? I said, at the same time, no. It's a simulation, and we started getting in an argument about it. Which, I will say this for everyone present, don't get into an argument with a trucker who has got 25 years experience with it. Just go with it. I lost that completely. I lost it completely. I told him so, and we were, even though we were arguing about it, we were both laughing at each other about it too, so. That's the thing with, that's the thing with truckers. My cousin's a trucker. My friend at work and all the driver supervisors and that. Whereas if we have an argument, we're all laughing at each other because basically we know in the back of our minds we're talking about a game here. If it was real life, I would listen to him, but it's a game, it's a simulation. He hasn't been proven wrong, but it's just funny watching him get worked up because the more he works up, the more he curses. And I'm learning a lot of new ones. We're still trying to get him to come on and play, but he hasn't done it so far, but we're getting there. We're getting there now, so. The more we come in with questions, the more he has to ask us about it, and the more he's starting to realize that how close it is to real life, that he's actually second guessing himself and going, maybe. And he's not the only one. There's been a couple drivers over there that have been hearing about it and that. In fact, a couple of them have seen our videos and that, and they're like, yeah, how many trucks can you have in a convoy? And as long as we don't mention our work's name, because quite frankly, I would never do that anyway. We told them all the information, and we told them 8 drivers in a convoy. So a few of them are actually thinking about it. That would be awesome. Having the usual guys that I drive with and some guys that are actually real life drivers coming in and going on a couple convoys with us. However, all of them said we would have to use the CB. And I went, that's fine. I don't mind. Look at the cluster on this and no road sign, and road signs up here, but nothing on the GPS. Oh, I'm gonna get, if it wasn't the fact that I was going straight, I would get lost. Are you nuts? They have to do something with this GPS. In fact, I'm gonna start looking for another mod for GPS, because this is just nuts. Oh, it's 5:19 in the afternoon in the game. About 8 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording it here, IRL. Spring has finally arrived, thank God. Now, the only thing the question is, why is it still so cold? Growing up, I remember back 80s, 90s, when it was cold out, you know, you knew that you were getting snow and that. As soon as spring came, it was as if someone just automatically turned up the heat. April rolled around. I remember a lot of Easters going and getting dressed up and going to Easter Mass with my family. And yeah, there was a few that were still icy and still cold out. I know one year we actually had a blizzard. But all the other springs, we didn't have a spring. It went automatically into summer. Is it just me, or should I say, have the springs and the summers been a lot cooler now, or is it just me because I'm getting older? Quite frankly, it seems like it's only in June when it starts warming up anymore. I know last year that's what it was. I remember a lot of times when I was growing up, in May we had the air conditioner on in May because it was so hot. Or my mother would be like, "Get out of the house. Go. If you're too hot in the house, go outside and do something outside to relax and to cool off." Of course, in the 80s and 90s, they were always doing that, so a lot of people are saw those vids on Instagram and TikTok about how our parents used to kick us out of the house. They are correct. We used to get kicked out all the time. As soon as your parents bought you a bike, skateboard, scooter, it didn't matter. You were out of that house, and if you were in the house, there was a problem. In fact, I don't know about anybody else's house, but if I was in the middle of the summer and I was not outside doing something, my mother put me to work inside the house. So back then we had an allowance. So every time we did our work inside, we had weekly allowance, and we got that, and that's all the money we got. So You either saved it up for whenever you wanted, or you spent it on snacks or something. We didn't have, I mean, I think I had an Atari from like the 70s and a Nintendo. The original Nintendo, but, we didn't have iPads, we didn't have laptops, we didn't have computers like this. Our entertainment was going outside exploring. If that meant climbing a tree and getting hurt, that's what we did. So, of all the times I fell out of the tree, I just laughed it off and climbed back up. Ah, the good old days. Where you knew better not to talk back to your parents. Not throwing a tantrum in the middle of Walmart. Where you ate what was in front of you, not making your mother have to make different meals for you. I remember my mother telling me, I'm not a restaurant and I'm not a chef. Eat it. Or go to bed hungry. You ate it. Though I drew the line at liver and onions. My father, he was just crazy with that stuff. Eating something that is like, as soon as you put it in your mouth, it tastes like velvet. You're eating velvet. It's like, oh God, no. What is wrong with you? So if that's what you like, then that's what you like, but give me lamb chops any day of the week. Or better yet, just give me shepherd's pie. The real shepherd's pie that's made of a ground lamb, not hamburger. I was 35 when I figured out that's what that meant. Shepherd's pie and cottage pie is the same thing, only made from two different meats. I was shocked, but then I looked at it and went, wait, that makes perfect sense. Why is everybody, never mind. I don't know, I've been reminiscing about my childhood for a while now. And comparing it to nowadays, and I will take the 80s and 90s back. Another thing, the music was a lot better back then. Turn on the radio now, you're just kind of looking at it going, what is this stuff? Real shocker was listening to Metallica the other day on the Oldies channel. I went, huh? Yeah, that's not right. That's not right at all. Oh, I'm supposed to be in this lane. I don't know. What would you guys take back if you could go back to the 1980s, the 1990s? What would you take back with you from from present day? I mean, if you can take back one thing. I mean, I know I would take back my cell phone, but without the satellites, it's not going to be very useful, but still. Because even when it's not used, I'm not using it for the phone, I have all those appointments, birthdays, schedules, the phone numbers to everyone in my family on it, and I would take that back because that would be essential. Maybe not relevant, but it's essential. Drivers of mine are actually, they're pulling their weight. I mean, it's $1,600, but seems like they're only doing local deliveries. I don't know how to change that. Doing 78 and I maintain distance with this police officer up here. So if he's doing the 78, I'm staying at 78. You turning? Yep, bye. My little brothers, you ever saw a popo right in front of him like that? I feel bad for the police officer. He'd be spinning off in the off into the ditch like if he was on a merry-go-round. That's something I don't miss from the 80s and 90s. Going to the park and seeing seeing the merry-go-rounds and those seesaws with the springs on it, you know, those things, I couldn't stand them. The slide, I don't mind. What is it, 10 seconds of burning yourself, but you still get a thrill out of it? That's fine. You get on and you have a bunch of your friends trying to spin you off up to the moon. You regret getting on that merry-go-round real fast. The swings were pretty good though. They were only, you know, the ones around here where I grew up, you know, they were about 12 feet high, 12 feet length. So when you started going, you jumped off at the end, you flew. That was always fun. And remarkably, we never broke an ankle or anything like that. Nowadays, every time someone trips over the carpet in their house, they automatically break their leg and knee. Maybe we were built different. Or maybe the times were just different. Who knows? Thank God there was no incoming traffic, huh? Alright. Why are we delivering food to a power place? That doesn't make sense. Whatever. It's not bad. 406 miles, almost 8 hours. Only 55 gallons of fuel. Not bad. Well, that'll do it for this time around. If you're new here, please leave a like and comment below. For those who are returning, thank you for joining me. Thank you for all the support and the views over the past couple of months since the channel started. And until next time, have fun out there. Peace.